welcome back to part 2 of DIY. So here I have a 14-inch wreath form that came from the Dollar Tree. I also have some black mesh that's only the 6-inch mesh, and then I have a roll of 10-inch yellow mesh from Hobby Lobby. And I also have some bee ribbon that I showed in the previous video. I had to cut these into 2 parts because it would not let me do one. I'm also going to cut 18 pipe cleaners in half. No, you do not need all 18 pipe cleaners. I can't tell you how much I used because I didn't count how much I put back, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all those in half, cut my strips of fabric, and actually, yeah, and my ribbon. So yeah, I'm going to do this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and cut two pieces of mesh. I'm just going to show you the first two. I cut them to 12 inches, and now I'm finding the center with my thumbs. I'm going to pinch and then walk my fingers up. So find the middle, pinch, and walk all the way up. And now that I've done that, I'm going to place it in between my middle finger and my index finger. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other 12-inch piece of black mesh. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with that, put it in between my fingers. That mesh is so pretty. And that came from Paper Mart, guys, just so you know. Now I'm going to take one of my half pipe cleaners, fold it in half, and attach my mesh to my pipe cleaner, so that way we can attach the bundle onto our wreath form. Okay, and you see here I am using the 2 middle rungs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in patterns. So I'm going to make 2 of those bundles of 2, and I'm going to add them onto my wreath form, and then 2 of the yellow. I'm getting ready to show you that right now. So, okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take 1 piece of the yellow mesh. I'm going to cut that also at 12 inches long. And we're going to do something different here. I've never done this before, and it came out really cute. I'm going to fold it in half, hot dog way. And then I'm going to find my center and just pinch and walk my fingers up. So I'm just like folding it and then doing the same thing I did with the 6-inch mesh. And there you have it. There is a little fray, so what I did do is I kind of did a cruffle on the others. But yeah, it works really good. And then you could just cut off any little frayed bits later on. So I'm going to make 2 of these and then attach them. So that's going to be my pattern. 2 black, 2 yellow. But for the yellow, I'm only using 1 piece of mesh. And this is what it's looking like so far. I did want to pop on and let you know that I did attach my bow before I moved on. Usually I don't do that right away, but I wanted it to be as flat as possible in that area because we're building on top of that bow to put on our bee. So I'm going to say right now that I have something that I call bow fray. I can't make a bow on camera while I'm recording for some odd reason. But, yeah, that's where that is. I'm going to add my bow, and then I'm going to keep on with my pattern of 2 yellow and 2 black. And here it is all done. I'm adding on the last bundle of my black mesh. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and stick our bee to our bow. And, okay, let's see what I'm doing. Oh well, so I'm attaching that last piece. With my long nails, it's kind of hard. So with my bee, what I did is I got some mounting pads from, I'm not sure if they're from Lowe's or from Harbor Freight, But you get 10 in a pack. They're like 8 something. If you could find them cheaper, let me know in the comments, because that's a little bit pricey for my taste. But the show must go on. I'll show you a picture of the package here soon. Oh, okay, that was the last piece. I don't know what I'm thinking. But anyway, what I did is I hot glued 2 of the mounting pads to the back of my bee. And they do come with a sticky on it, but I don't trust those stickies, even though they have a really good adhesive on them. I go ahead and use hot glue, Gorilla Hot Glue, on them. So, yeah. I did that, put my pipe cleaners through, and that's how I attach it to my bow in the same way. Like, I just go through the ribbon and through the mesh and attach it onto the wreath form. And they're really easy. See, this is the package here. And only 10 of them come in there. But they work really well. I guess it's worth it for the price for what they do and how well they hold. But I would still like to find them cheaper. But yeah, I just go through the ribbon and the mesh and attach them the same way we attached the bow and the mesh on. And that's what he looks like, all put together. Okay, now on to our 4th DIY. It's really not, I guess not a DIY, I just kind of revamped it. I just went ahead with some of my folk art paint, my home decor paint, and gave it a fresh coat around the little honeycombs there. And I also just glued strips of that honeycomb fabric that you see there. And that was it, because that sign, it's just cute in itself. And that's what it looks like. It is so stinking cute. So far, this is what we have. We have our little sign, our cute little bee wreath. Oh, it's so cute. That bee came from Dollar Tree, by the way. And then our honey hive up there. Oh, look at our little sign. See his little strange smile? Yeah, he doesn't have that smile no more. And our bee wreath. So let's move on to the next DIY. Okay, here I have an old terracotta pot, an old new terracotta pot. It was sitting in my dad's living room, and I guess he said it was mine to begin with, but it was dusty, whatever. But anyway, we're going to use a terracotta pot, our black paint, and again with our King's Gold. We're also going to use a glue gun, some glue sticks. Oh, not my cute little ladybug. Oh, okay, but we are going to use some thinner nautical rope that we had left over from our beehive wreath, and we're going to use some of that. That's not enough for the whole thing, so I do have this bigger rope, and I'm not sure where I got this. It was either Walmart or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. It was probably about 2 or 3 years ago. I can't even remember what happened yesterday. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be using those. Oh, and those little bees. I forgot about the little bees. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my pot and then get my rope, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have everything together, I'm going to put a good amount of hot glue, because our rope is a bit thicker, so you want to go a little bit higher with the hot glue. And I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way to the top. Well, start from the top and work my way to the bottom. I don't know. But anyway, you'll see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to glue along the way, all over, just dabs of hot glue everywhere. Place my rope down and coil it all the way, well, not coil it, but roll it all the way throughout the flower pot. Okay, and this is what it looks like so far. I did go in and put some littler rope because it didn't look right to me because of the big lip of the flower pot, but I did go and put some little pieces, thinner pieces, on there. So now I'm just putting a handle on, just grabbed a small piece of the smaller nautical rope and I glued the two ends together. Now I'm gluing the two ends into the hole at the top of our flower pot, if that makes sense. You see me here cutting the thicker rope, and that I'm going to tuck in and glue it on the top. I really don't like this camera angle. I end up switching it here in a minute. But yeah. And just give it a good amount of hot glue. Don't be afraid to use your glue, because this rope is thick. Okay, here I cut off about an 8-inch piece of my nautical rope, and I hot glued the two ends together. And this is what it looks like so far. And now I'm going to go in the circle and paint with my black chalk paint. I'm going to cover that whole area. And that's what it looks like so far. So now around our little circle, or I guess the entrance to our beehive, I'm just going to go in with globs of glue. I'm going to make little drip spots and I'm going to let it dry. And those, once it dries, that's going to be what we make our honey from. And I'll go ahead and paint the honey in the King's Gold apple barrel chalk paint. And this is what it looks like when the glue's all dried up. And it kind of just seems like those drip marks. And now we're going to go in with our King's Gold acrylic paint. And I'm going to be really generous with the paint. I'm going to get a lot on my brush and dab it onto the cooled down hot glue. That way it looks like drips of honey. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some string lights, fairy lights that I got from the Dollar Tree, and put the batteries in there, and I'll show you how I attach to the battery pack. Just kidding. I'm going to show you how I put the bees on. So what I do is I take that sticky off because it does have a sticker on there, and I don't trust the sticky, so I'm going to get my Gorilla Glue and I'm going to hot glue the little bees on to my hive just here and there. Okay, and so what I did is I hot glued a piece of Velcro dot onto my flower pot inside, and then one piece onto my battery pack. When you do that, make sure that you don't do it on the side, you change the batteries on. Because, yeah, those still need to be changed. I'm not sure if it'll make a difference, but I don't do it anyway. So you see my little bees there. And now, see? Oh, look at that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend the wire here. Can you see that? And that way I can start wrapping my beehive in that's where I'm going to put another dot of hot around the hive to cover to hold. Okay, and my suggestion would be also to wait until your paint's dry. I'm very impatient. I didn't wait and I did end up smudging it, so I had to go back in and redo my paint. But here you see me, I'm just gluing the top of the lights on there, and would go in there. I'm sorry, my daughter's being my daughter. And yeah, I'll show you what it looks like with the lights on. This is probably my favorite out of the entire 5 DIYs that I did. I've never made one before. I was so proud of it. I was really proud of it. And 3, 2, and 1. Look at how darling that came out. My favorite by far. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys liked it too. But this one is definitely a keeper. I've seen others, but I don't remember seeing any lights on them. Okay, and here they all are, of our little wreaths. I just had so much fun making all this bee-themed home decor. I hope you guys like it too. I want to say thank you very much to all who have already subscribed to my channel. I am getting there. Thank you so much. And if you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. My goal by the end of the month is 500. I am at 363 right now.
We'll see you next time.
Okay, there everything is. I love y'all. Thank you. Oh, wait, I'm turning on the light so you can see the beehive. Oh, my goodness. But anyway,
I can't go without
thank you so much for all you have done for me, for your patience, and going on this long and crazy, beautiful journey with me.
We will see
God
you
bless
next
you all.
week.
I love you
so much
and
for
we
everything.
will see you
I
next
really
week.
do truly appreciate
Thanks
you.
a lot. Bye-bye.
God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.